Tonight on CTV News, we get an inside look at the whereabouts of the ASCSU presidential and vice presidential candidates.
Plus, we talk about edibles and what they can do to your dog.
All this, plus weather, sports, entertainment, and more, starting on CTV now. Good evening and thanks for tuning into CTV News tonight. I'm Grace Reeder.
And I'm Emily Biffinger. Tonight we start by taking a look at the ASCSU race. If you didn't catch our live stream of the ASCSU debate last night, we have the preview for you. 3 presidential and vice presidential teams spoke about topics like diversity and sustainability, while the Speaker of the Senate candidates talked about their vision for the newly created positions. Josh Silva and Michael Wells discussed their platforms, which mainly highlighted a new Ramride app. Nick Bond and Tristan Siren discussed a Middle Eastern Historical Center, and Haley Morton and Yuval Rosenthal discussed fund allocations and U+2. Speaking of the ASCSU elections, our reporter Michelangelo Bustamante is hanging out with the candidates tonight as they speak to the students in the residence halls.
Michelangelo, what's going on over there?
Thanks, Grace and Emily. I'm Michelangelo Bustamante, and I'm live here outside of Edwards Hall, where we're interviewing Kiri, who's a vice presidential candidate for ASCSU. Kiri, tell us a little bit more about what's going on tonight.
Yeah, definitely. So we're just running by to all the hall councils. We really want to interact with students, not only the students that pass through the plaza, but we're trying to reach out to those students that maybe don't walk through the plaza or are often unaware of the election going on. So reaching out to the hall council really helps reach those freshman students, those sophomore students that still live in the dorms, maybe don't fully understand or interact with all the CSU opportunities.
Awesome, that's cool. So what is your guys' platform, and who is the other person that you're running with?
Yeah, definitely. So my running mate, Eddie Kendall, he's a junior here as well. He is currently in the Hall Council talking with those representatives. But our platform really breaks down to the triple bottom line. It is environment, economy, and sustainability. So environment really comes down to how can we better grow CSU to continue to be that green campus that we all have come to love. It also consists of what can we do as if we were elected to help kind of make it more of an environment for students and beneficial. So we really want to plant fruit trees. The architecture landscape has not been decided for the stadium, so by planting fruit trees, we would be able to have the horticulture students get education from that, and also a sustainable way to provide food to the dining halls. That really connects to sustainability. We want students to be able to afford food. We want them to not have to worry about books and eating and which one has to come first. Food trees is just one option. The other that we are looking into is building a on-campus food bank. ASCSU, if you walk in, there's a lot of unused desks, a lot of unused computers. How can we benefit from that space that we're given? The LSC provides a great environment to have that food bank because a lot of students are walking through the LSC on a daily basis. And then it comes down to economy. So I kind of touched on it. They're all intertwined, like I said. So sustainability doesn't just mean environment. It means how can we have a sustainable CSU campus when we are told to go to college, but we're not told where to get those funds from or where to get that money and how to provide that to ourselves, being full-time students, living on or off campus, holding jobs, things of that sort. So we want to try to provide teachers with the opportunities to really push for e-textbooks, to really have those opportunities to go paperless. Basically, we want the students to be involved, so our campaign is built off of what students have asked us to do, and we just want to represent the students that want those causes to be addressed, as well as causes that are really close to our hearts.
Great. So, Kiri, tell us more about yourself. Why did you decide to get involved with CSU and to run for vice president?
Yeah, definitely. So I am originally from Wisconsin. I came out to CSU. My brother actually went to Denver University, so I definitely looked at the Colorado schools because I was always out here visiting him. We're 5 years apart, so not super close in age, but enough that sophomore year comes around to high school, he's still at DU. We have to start looking at schools. So I came to CSU. I actually came when the fires were happening, so we couldn't even tour because it was so cloudy out. But as soon as I came back to visit and the oval and the smoke was all cleared up, it kind of actually cleared up my mind too. And I was like, wow, this is my home. And this is actually where I've built my second family. A lot of people that I've been in contact with here at my time at CSU face different issues, whether that is food sustainability, whether that is getting those resources for students, whether that's educational resources, environmental, things of that sort. I felt a need that I could bring an outside perspective to ASCSU that a lot of candidates probably couldn't have. I work very closely in the Slice office, so we share a kitchen. I always like to say that. And so while I'm not in ASCSU, I know the environment, I know what I would be entering, and I know how I could improve that. At the end of the day, Eddie brings the experience. He has over 1,500 hours of experience in ASCSU, so my fresh perspective, his true passion about ASCSU and those hours put in, we really combine together, and we believe that we're the most qualified, and that's why we decided to run at the end of the day.
Awesome. So when are the elections?
The elections are April 3rd, 4th, and 5th. You just log on to RamWeb. Top right corner, go ahead. I hope that everyone votes for us, but at the end of the day, if they don't, I really just want to encourage voting in general. But feel free to look at our Facebook page, things of that sort, and if you have more questions, Eddie and I are always willing to reach out and talk to students.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much, Kiri, Grace, and Emily. It's been great to be out here. I'm Michelangelo Bustamante, live here at Edwards Hall. Back to you, Grace and Emily.
Thanks so much, Michelangelo and Kiri. She is very busy, so we were lucky to get an interview with her. Did you happen to catch the debates last night?
I actually didn't get to catch it live, but I did watch it on our YouTube page. And I've also noticed all the candidates have been on the plaza all week. It's been a crazy, hectic week for them.
And our very own Willis Scott moderated that, so definitely go to our YouTube page and check that out. Fort Collins is known for its local businesses and, in more recent years, its seemingly constant construction projects. Located in Campus West by Colorado State University, the last standing local video rental store is beginning to feel some of the negative effects.
Action, classic, comedy.
For over 20 years, Scott Shepard has been in the video rental business.
You ever seen so many movies in your life?
An idea that started in his living room eventually evolved into something much bigger, the Village Vidiot.
It opened back in '78, back in Kansas. I sold video games. I just started because where I worked, I was a machinist, and a lot of people wanted the new Atari joystick video game machine. And I said, I think I can buy those wholesale.
Although online video rental services like Netflix are becoming more popular, many people find charm in places like the Vidiot.
We were looking up for something to do on a Saturday, and we found out that they still had a video rental place, so we had to check it out.
The Village Vidiot is the only remaining video rental store in Fort Collins. However, its future is now a little hazy due to debilitating construction on Elizabeth and Shields.
It just changed the traffic flow, and when that happens, we suffer. I've talked to Wendy's, I've talked to McDonald's. It's not just me, it's not the little places. The big places are down. They just deal with it in a different way. Everybody gets affected when you can't get somewhere.
A roughly 40% drop in business has led Shepard to launch an online fundraising campaign to save his store.
So somebody sees it and goes, I haven't been there in a year, and that's what's been happening. They're dropping by, they're renting more than normal. That's helping.
The campaign has already succeeded in bringing in $10,000 in only 13 days. It seems like the community isn't ready to say goodbye.
You know, it's just a culture that I don't really want to see go away. I used to love going to Blockbuster just like on the weekends when I was a little kid. So, you know, I do think it's important, and I don't want something like that to be lost.
As far as Shepard is concerned, ultimately the construction is just a temporary roadblock to his lifelong passion.
Circumstances beyond my control, you know, rent, building use, traffic flow, that all comes and goes, but I'll be here somewhere. That's about all I can tell you.
With CTV News, I'm Bailey Leakey alongside Erica Schultz.
The Village Vidiot just met its $10,000 emergency goal this past weekend and is now working towards the final $75,000 goal for more long-term sustainability. There are still 8 days left to pledge on their campaign. For more information, go to thevillagevidea.com.
Beyond the Label, a California-based company dedicated to shifting awareness of sustainable fashion, hosted a t-shirt exchange and upcycling lab for the CSU community. The t-shirt exchange gave consumers an opportunity to exchange a gently worn t-shirt for a new t-shirt that is sustainably and ethically made with the BTL nutrition label graphic printed on it. The upcycling lab allowed BTL experts to guide participants in a 10 to 15 minute t-shirt upcycling workshop, transforming t-shirts into bags and other reimagined pieces. For more information about reducing your carbon footprint, please visit sustainability.colostate.edu.
ARC of Larimer County hosted its 5th annual Reframe Disability Film Festival Tuesday night. The event is meant to highlight the lives and experiences of members of the Fort Collins community that have disabilities. 10 videos were put forth for the event, but special talents won the contest. This month is National Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities Month.
With the legalization of marijuana in Colorado comes an increase in the number of pets who are hospitalized after ingesting edibles. For one CSU student, that turned into an expensive and lengthy vet trip.
Since the legalization of marijuana in the state of Colorado, the number of dogs who end up in the emergency vet for marijuana-related injury have gone up.
We started seeing more and more cases, and the rise in cases was paralleling the rise in the number of dispensaries.
For Kirsten Roosevelt, a junior at Colorado State University, that became a problem when her dog got into THC on a walk.
She was just laying on her bed in the car, and she was not moving. She was really just out of it, and I could tell she was barely opening her eyes, and she didn't want to go for a walk. She didn't want to get out of the car. It was just really weird. I've never seen her like that.
Because the symptoms dogs show from THC are similar to symptoms of antifreeze or other toxins, the ER procedures can be lengthy.
Because we were in the emergency vet for probably at least 5 hours.
And not to mention expensive.
If it's a dog that coming in they just ingested it and you're coming in as an outpatient, they'll probably induce vomiting. I mean, the emergency visit, the vomiting, probably would recommend observation overnight. It could easily be $500 to $1,000.
The problem is that edibles, which taste good and are generally made of substances like chocolate, are toxic to dogs.
Whether it's pets or children, the edibles taste good, they're going to get into them. They're not going to know when to stop, and you just got to secure your stash. Just keep it above and out of the way, and if it's on the table, if it's where the dog can get to it, the dog won't stop until it's gone.
Dr. Tim Hackett said that some of the symptoms of your pet eating an edible could be them stumbling around like they're intoxicated or drowsiness. However, symptoms won't show until around 6 hours after they've eaten the substance. If you do witness these symptoms in your pet, you should take them to the emergency room, veterinary clinic immediately, or if you're not sure what they have consumed, you can also call the poison hotline, which is 1-800-213-6680. Remember in using these services that veterinarians are trained to treat your pet, not call the police.
And we're not here to judge them. We're here to just try to provide supportive care for their pet.
But the best way to avoid the problem, keeping your pets away from it altogether.
Problems like this can be prevented, especially in states where marijuana is legal, just by people really making sure that they keep all of their marijuana contained.
With CTV, I'm Grace Reeder.
Dr. Tim Hackett says that he has not seen cases where animals are affected by secondhand smoke. CTV reporters did reach out to several pot shops in Fort Collins, and none of them responded for comments.
That's all for news, but don't go away, because up next we figure out how long the rain will stay.
Don't go anywhere.
Tune in to KCSU, your student-run radio station at Colorado State University. Live 24 hours a day, every day at 90.5 FM and kcsufm.com. Live local new music now, and news, talk, and sports. KCSU, the radio voice of Colorado State, on the air since 1964.
You're watching CTV, produced by Colorado State University students, bringing you news, weather, sports, and entertainment from campus and beyond. CTV live Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. on campus and Fort Collins on Channel 11. Repeats at midnight, 8 a.m., noon, and 2 p.m.
The Rocky Mountain Collegian is your student-run news and information platform. Pick up your paper on campus or around Fort Collins Monday through Thursday with special editions Fridays. And check out collegian.com anytime for all the latest updates. News, sports, entertainment, opinion, and more. The Rocky Mountain Collegian, serving Colorado State since 1891.
College Avenue has been your student magazine for the last 10 years. College Avenue prints once a month covering topics that are relevant to the CSU and Fort Collins community. We also print special editions like the graduation guides at the end of each semester, the best of CSU each fall, and the orientation guide each summer. Look for us on racks around campus, off campus, or online at collegian.com under the College Avenue tab.
Welcome back. I'm weather anchor Elizabeth Prasse with your latest weather update. Currently here at Fort Collins, we're seeing mainly dry conditions. May have a few sprinkles out there, but it's 60 degrees, so right around average for this time of year. Do have a southwest breeze coming out, 7 miles per hour, so overall not too windy, but that will not be the case tomorrow. You're going to want your rain gear because tomorrow we do have a storm moving through. So grab that umbrella, your jeans, rain boots, and a raincoat. We do have a special birthday in the house. So Emily Biffinger, our news anchor, you're going to want your party hat as well. And happy birthday to you. So Friday morning, as you begin your day, it's going to be mainly dry but windy. We're going to see gusts around 17 miles per hour. 36 degrees. Now as the day progresses around lunchtime, we're warming up just a little bit into those 40s. The rain showers are going to increase tomorrow afternoon. The best chance of rain though will be tomorrow evening heading into Saturday morning. And with those rain showers, we are going to see a chance of snow mix in. And that is no April Fool's joke for you. Saturday, we do have that chance of rain and snow mixture for the early birds. Mid-30s Saturday morning, rain and snow showers, but by 6 o'clock Saturday evening, that storm will have moved through and that snow and rain will taper off, so we will dry out and see temperatures in those lower 40s. So stay warm and dry, Rams, and that is no April Fool's joke for you. Our ski resort of the week goes to Keystone, Colorado. Keystone has 10 inches of fresh snow on the ground to add to its 60-inch base. And if you recognize this person in the green, I did visit Keystone over spring break. Now Saturday will be a great skiing day, 39 degrees, a chance of snow flurries. Sunday, though, looking to be more like spring skiing weather, a lot warmer, 47, so more slush-like conditions. Now here in Fort Collins, as I mentioned, we do have that rain and snow chances Friday and Saturday. We'll be drying out Sunday, Monday, but look at this, Tuesday. We bring the rain chances back into the forecast, 56 degrees, but warming up for Wednesday and Thursday. Look at this, Thursday, 68 degrees, so we'll hit nearly 70 degrees this time next week. That's all the weather news I have for you. Stay tuned with sports. Alex is coming up right after this.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you? You know you do. That's why we're here. We're free and here to guide you through every step of the way, starting with attendance. Gary, financial aid forms. Picking a college, man. You and us go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos. Go to GetSchooled.com.
Welcome back from the break. I'm sports anchor Alexandria Clough, bringing you all the latest in the world of Ram sports. Even though basketball is over for the Rams, two players have been in the news for their recent awards. Senior guard Jean Clavel was just named Associated Press All-America Honorable Mention. Clavel was also just named All-District First Team and the Mountain West Player of the Year. Among these, he was named an All-Mountain West First Team and Mountain West All-Defensive Team. He led the Mountain West Conference in scoring by averaging 20.4 points per game. Clavel ended his career at Colorado State with 1,062 career points in the 70 games he played in. The second player that has been in the news for awards is senior forward Emmanuel Mogbo. He was honored with many awards after his senior season at CSU. He was named All-District First Team and NABC District 17. Along with these awards, he was also named All-Mountain West First Team and Mountain West All-Defensive Team. Senior forward Emmanuel Mogbo set the bar for double-doubles at Colorado State. Mogbo set the CSU record with 13 double-doubles during conference play and 20 for the entire season.
He also ranked among the top 20 across the nation for double-doubles. He led the conference in rebounding with 10.4 boards per game. Amagbo also had his career high of 24 points against San Diego State at San Diego State, and he had a three-point shot with just 4.1 seconds to go. In the second matchup of the season against San Diego State, he hit the game-winning shot. He is ranked 12th in the conference for scoring. Amagbo rounded out his senior season with 373 total rebounds, which was the second most in CSU history. He had 638 rebounds over his 2 seasons at CSU with 9.24 rebounds per game, which was the 5th best in the league history. Needless to say, the Rams are losing some valuable players as they go into the 2017-2018 season. The football team kicked off the second week of practice on Tuesday. The practice was held in the indoor practice facility due to the rain. This Saturday will be the first of 3 scrimmages, which will ultimately lead up to the green and gold spring game on April 22nd.
We talked about it several times that we thought Michael had the ability to be a big play receiver in this league, and we thought it might take a little bit of time, and it did. That gave, we did a better job offensively of forcing some balls to him on some screens and just some don't think it quarterback, just get the ball to number 4, and that gave Michael confidence, that gave Nick confidence, that gave our offense confidence.
Gallup led the Mountain West last year in receiving yards and touchdown receptions. Gallup and Nick Stevens came well together throughout the season last year, and they are looking to improve and come back stronger this year. The CSU track and field men's and women's teams completely swept Colorado, Northern Colorado, and Wyoming at the Fu McGraw Open last weekend. One player that stood out during the indoor season was Mustafa Hassan. He continues to shine in the outdoor season as well. He was named as this week's Mountain West Outdoor Track and Field Men's Athlete of the Week. The first competition of the outdoor season, he threw the discus 54.99 meters to win the event over 17 feet. This was his personal best. The track and field team head out to Stanford, California this weekend for the Stanford Invitational Meet. The Denver Broncos Sports Management Institute put on a Women in Sports Industry Symposium on Monday night in LSC. The symposium featured 6 keynote speakers, and it focused on some of the challenges women face in the sports industry. A student from the crowd asked one of the speakers how she overcame some of the challenges she endured when she first started in the industry.
End of the day, while all those obstacles came up, or where all those personal challenges or whatever the journey may have been, I think if I go back to just one trend, it's just working, just work. And I think a lot of times when I was younger, I would get wrapped up in what they got or how quickly, or, oh, they got to do that and I didn't get to do that, or whatever, more of that competitive mindset. And once you kind of clear that out and you're just like, I was hired to do this, and I'm going to do it.
The Colorado State Ram Jam will take place next Wednesday from 5:30 at night to 7:30. The event is open to the public and free for everyone. Kids up to the 8th grade are allowed to participate. Ram Jam is a fun time for kids to interact with CSU athletes. I will be there, and I hope to see everyone there. To stay up to date with sporting events, follow thecollegian.com and the CTV 11 YouTube page. Don't go away because Delaney is up next with entertainment.
You are listening to 90.5 KCSU Fort Collins with DJ Meanbeat,
DJ Nightshade, DJ Wildcard. Music to me is one of the best creative outlets that I can think of. An escape from the real world.
Music to me is an expression of love.
Go from like folk to hip hop to like classic rock, 1960s bossa nova. With music, there's like no boundaries.
I work here because I love music, and you do too.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
Good evening, Rammies. I'm the Queen of Entertainment anchors, Delaney Herring, and we have a great show for you tonight, as usual. You're welcome. What's more romantic than gazing at the stars with your loved one? Doing it with volunteers from the Northern Colorado Astronomical Society. Tomorrow night, starting at 9 p.m., there will be free stargazing at Fossil Creek Reservoir Natural Area with these folks. Dress warmly, bring a blanket or a chair to sit on, and visit nocoastro.org for more information. There are two things I love on this earth other than my dogs. I love nothing more than my dogs. Anyways, those two things are local Fort Collins taverns and charity. Next Wednesday, Poor Brothers Community Tavern will be donating all tips accumulated between 6 to 8 p.m. to a local nonprofit organization of their choosing. If you're already planning on celebrating Thirsty Thursday a night early next week, ease your guilty mind and do it for the charity. Well, that's all the time we have for you tonight, Rams. I hope everybody has a great and safe weekend.